that. So I did it third. And it got quiet. There was tumbleweed, there were crickets, and I heard them pounding on the wall. They were right behind the wall laughing at the quiet. And I'm not going to be able to do this in my next special because I'll cancel myself. I write my own, but I'm not going to tell you. Okay, here it is. So, I'm just talking, I'm trying to be who I am, which is a real search. So here's it's not a joke, okay? And it's going to get quiet, and it should. Years ago, I made a mistake, and I actually paid for an abortion. Okay? And that's where it gets real cool. Don't cheer that. Then it gets quiet, and then I said, and the reason I made a mistake is I should have used miles. That's the story. Now they found it funny because you get frequent flyer mileage. But about a third of the room, which is very progressive, because I tried that joke a couple of times, that's much more than usual that find that funny in this room. Norm's going, I don't know, maybe, try it again. I wouldn't do it. Maybe, no, do it. Norm tell me to do it and then bomb. On your special, yeah, do it. But that's not even a true thing, because I value all things, little critters and little parakeets and canary. I stick them up my ass because if they can live through a coal mine, they can deal with my asshole. So there was the anal swab. And the secret to that was, it's common sense. If you stick like a pipe cleaner up your asshole, that's what it is basically. And you swirl it around and put it in front of your nose and you smell shit, you don't have COVID. You all thought of that. Everybody thought of that. That's a joke. Usually you do a joke that you say what other people are thinking, or you say what they couldn't have thought of. That's one that you knew coming in. That's my thought. But how many people have COVID right now? You're wearing the chin bib. Yes, I'm wearing my mask. It's a beautiful choker. I have been dealing with such animosity from people. And it's funny because Mike and I went on tour. We opened up Atlantic City, literally. We went to the Hard Rock, a 7,000 seat room. We had the first two performers in it. And it was supposed to be, it's a 7,000 seat room. It was supposed to be about 700 people. They had round tables, like this kind of seating. But it was like 2,000 people. And I said to the promoter, isn't this supposed to be like 600 people? They went, I don't know. CDC's not going to come here and check. Here's my health. Tony Soprano, well, Junior. Fuck, that's coming back, and it's Gandolfini's son. Did you know that? Exactly. 4 people that care in Portland about The Sopranos. In Newark or Camden, that would have crushed. Just to mention The Sopranos. Hey, my dad kills people. Anyway, so here's the story. So we opened up a bunch of places. We went to Texas because I called my agent and said, where can I go do stand-up? I have to do this. I'm on the Blues Brothers. We're on a mission from God. I have to do it. I believe that comedians are fourth responders. I believe that we are essential. I believe that literally, the first people would be, I guess, the armed forces, depending on your view of the world. And then the second would be doctors and medical people, first frontline workers. And then some people would say law enforcement, some people would say no law enforcement, but that's third. And then fourth is comedians, and then come teachers, fifth. And then sixth is social workers. And moms are like 75th. There's no fucking purpose. I don't want COVID to do any herd immunity, but if it takes out mimes, I'll be okay. I hate when a funny person dies. We just lost one this week, but I'm fine if unfunny people die. No, I'm not. I value life. I should have used miles. So I say to my agent, where can I go work? And he said, Florida, Texas. And I said, is that a city? And he went, no, those are the 2 states. And I said, that's great. So I'm going to Texas? It's going to be fucking horrible. And I get there, and there's 500 people, first time ever in a room. Nobody's masked, nobody's vaccinated. It was lovely. I was really smart. I felt good, but the audience was far from the stage, another foot from where you guys are. And I get on stage and I say to a guy, hey, how you guys doing? Anybody heard of COVID? It was someone like I said earlier. And the guy goes, I'll shoot COVID right in the fucking mask hole. With my gun. How many people have guns? Everybody raises their hand. Some people raise a gun. Where'd you get the gun? My library card. My 4-H club card. I got a gun. It's all fucked up. People are just mad and everything's been politicized and I don't know. I don't want nobody to get hurt. My dick leans to the left and I swim in a circle in the pool. That's how I roll. The problem is who's been flying on planes as opposed to flying with a jetpack. Those water ski things, water shoot, looks like an enema thing shooting out of your ass and you're lifting off the ground. Oh, you do that, right? When you get diarrhea, you just lift yourself off the ground, right? Sorry, you eat chili fries. I don't know what you're eating. Who's been flying lately? There you go. And sir, was it difficult? Did you have any issues on the plane? That's very good. Did you bring your gun? Nope. Who else has been flying? Anybody have a weird experience?
Nope, we're back here.
What happened here? You had your kid on a plane? You gave birth on the plane? What? Who are you? You can talk to me. You're not going to get in trouble. What's your name? That's a great name. That's Drunk Sally. I know her. She's in every town. Don't you feel better now? I give you a hard time. Now she's got it all. All right, you fly recently?
Yes.
You did? And did you have a problem?
Somebody threw up on the plane.
When did you start drinking? At breakfast? How many people are drunk right now? How many people, let's be honest, how many people are just stoned right now? It's a little slower on the uptake, but they're here. And how many people are like on, I don't know, shrooms or, who's on meth? Meth? Sir, I said who's on shrooms, and you do this. Hitler's son is on, I love an audience. I come out and I go, who's drunk? And people go, yeah! And I go, and who's high? And then some guy won't answer, and then about 45 minutes later, he goes, holy fuck, that's Bob Saget. That's like Flip the Code, tell your mom. If you don't know that reference, I apologize. It's from a thing. Well, I had some problems on a plane. I did not know what to do, and it's been fucked up because I've been traveling a lot because I really want to do this, and I'm going to do a new special and all kinds of stuff, and we'll cut the abortion joke out. I was going to go cut it out, but I'm not going to do that. This is the problem. This is why I have a problem. Because people are conflicted with me. And they shouldn't be. It's like people go, you should act like Danny Tanner, like Gen Z. They're upset. They want me to dust bust and hug them while I'm doing the show. I don't understand. I was doing this since I'm 17. But it's like weird. People will be fucked up. These Gen Zers, they watched the Comedy Central roast from years ago. That's right. And which Norm was brilliant as fuck on. And people will see that and they'll go, can you believe the things you're saying about him? It's got to be true, what they're saying about Bob. And then, so Gen Z is so fucking dumb, they think that's the news. I love them. They're the future. So we got to help. Anybody have a 12-year-old boy at home? Anybody? Do you? I'm sorry, sir?
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're ordering something or are you on the phone? What's going on? Were you talking to me? Someone spoke to me. Oh, you were ordering a drink. Sir, are you okay? You right there, sir. Yeah, I think that was you talking. That's your voice. I recognize it now. Oh, you were trying to get her. Yeah, exactly. You can't do that. Oh my God, you're going to cancel yourself. What's your name, sir? Fred, pleasure to meet you. And that would be Wilma and Barney and usual shit. And so Fred, are you live in Portland? Where?
Across the river.
Across the river. Out in the woods. Gotta put it out. You ever see Bigfoot? Nice Sasquatch in your mouth. You know why Bigfoot's been hiding? Because he's got a little wiener. That's right. Bigfoot, small package. You can miss him too. Well, it's nice to meet you, Fred. You have a 12-year-old boy? I'm sorry, sir? 18-year-old, that's too old. Is he a good boy? So you ever spank him? You never spanked him? Oh, he's not yours. Well, this date's gonna go well. But you're married. You guys are married. Got it. Anybody ever spank their kid? And why'd you do it? Did the kid misbehave, talk back? I'm sorry? Oh, wow, you have a lot? How many you got? You just can't stop fucking? How many kids you got, sir? Huh? 3, well that's not, I mean I have 3, and they're mine. Sorry to hit a sore spot. But I'm not married to their mom anymore. We're divorced for 23 years, and then I got remarried just recently. Yeah, thank you. And she's a woman, she's grown. And so, you spanked which kid? All 3 of them? All 3. Are they boys and girls? All 3 girls? You spanked all your daughters? Fucking citizen's arrest. Call the authorities. I spanked one of my kids. I came home from a hard working, I'm gonna talk about the airplane shit, but I came home and my daughter, I came home, my ex-wife said she pooped in the pool. My ex-wife didn't poop in the pool. If she'd done that, we might have stayed together. So I come home and I see my 3-year-old in the pool, and next to her it's like, you know, Caddyshack. Duty! It's right there. If you haven't seen Caddyshack, it's required comedy viewing. So I grabbed Annette, woman I was seeing, and I grabbed Annette. Fuck, you got it. And then I fished up the doodle and put it in the toodle, and then flooged it, and then went over to my 3-year-old, picked her up, put her down, and said, "You can't poop in the pool." And she said, "I do what I want. No one tells me what to do." And so I just like spanked her. I did it, and the joke was on me because she wasn't done yet. It was like a slot machine and fucking milk shot out. It was bad. It was like a taffy pull. It was hard. And she's all grown up, and I'm proud of her. And she's not mad about that because she had a lot of cushion back then. She was fine. And she's 31 now. And she's an artist, and yeah, right, time flies when you live. And then she's like amazing, and she called me about, about 4 years ago. She said, "Dad, I've changed mediums, I blow glass now." I said, "I'm a comedian, you gotta change vocations." What am I gonna tell her? My daughter blows glass. Oh, she can't meet anybody? No. She blows, see, that'd be a dick-blowing joke. With glass about my kid. So I gave you shit for no reason. You're a nice man, I think. I don't know, you hit your kids. Do you guys see any Gen Z little boys that are 12 or 13? Just punch them in the fucking mouth. Seriously. Just random on the street. They won't know. They'll get mad. I don't know. So people are at a, this is a mellow crowd. I love this so much. I'm so happy to be back here. You're stoned. Just want to live your life. That drunk woman doesn't know where the fuck she is, but she's ready to play. And what's interesting is I really have been seeing, by going around the country, I've really been seeing some weird shit. Not like Fred in the woods, but I've seen where they take their teeth out. I know what happens. I saw Deliverance a few times. I ran it backwards. You know. So anyway, Ned Beatty's butt was closing. So, please, I love movies. So, it's weird. I got on a flight. It was 2 rows of first class, just 2 rows, a small plane. Are you guys okay? Had 2 rows of first class, and then the coach section. Now, I've never been in coach, but I hear it's okay. And so Sometimes I'll bowl like a sandwich back there. So to make matters worse, during this crazy Karen world we're living in, I'm carrying like a Louis bag, you know, it's not a good idea. And I put it on the plane, on the thing, on the overhead, and there's only two rows of first class, and this guy comes up, and he's got his thing, his little chin strap, and he wasn't drinking nothing. I'm not making fun of you, sir, you're a good-looking young lad. Yeah, you're awesome. So, let's call your mom. You just keep thinking I'm talking to them? No, please stop that. He's going like this to me. He's going like this. God, what's your number? Anyway, so I get on the plane, this guy's fucking freaking out. He's like, I don't know how old he was, younger than me, but he looked older, and he's, who doesn't? So anyway, he comes over, and I said, sir, I'm sorry, I'm putting my bag with you. He was jamming his bag into mine. That sounds bad, but it was he had a rolling bag, but the wheels were off, and it was spikes, and he's jamming into my Louis bag, because I'm Karen Senior, and I said, sir, you're jamming your wheels into my bag. And I wasn't thinking, man, this is filth. You're saying filth to this guy. And he says this, we're supposed to be 9 feet apart. What? Fuck, this is it? And I'm like, no, actually it's 6 feet, but we're gonna be 18 inches apart because you're sitting behind me. My bag was supposed to be up first because I'm in the second row. I said, I never heard that one, but okay. I don't want to fight with nobody. I just had it. So I pulled my little bag down, my little Louis bag, and then he puts his up, and he's like really angry. I said, I'm really sorry about that. I said, he goes, you know what? Fuck you! I'm like, oh shit, and then 6 people bring up their iPhones and start recording. This is going to be my viral moment from this flight. I'm going to be on TikTok all day tomorrow. And then he sits down, and they didn't have anything to film because I just kind of, and then so I sit down in the front row of the thing, and he's behind me, and I said, I'm really sorry. He said, just leave me alone. And I'm like, oh shit. I said, it's just a hard time for all of us because I didn't stop talking. It felt bad. And so then we take off and we land. I think his wife either gave him a lewd from 1980 or, I don't know, a Xanax? I don't know. But it was a 90-minute flight. The guy turned into Eeyore. I said, we're about to open the door. I didn't want him to like strangle me or anything. I thought he was gonna like choke me with shoelaces the whole flight. And I go, I'm really sorry about it. He says, it's all right. I'm sorry. I'm just having a bad day. And then she turned into like Winnie the Pooh. We're really sorry. Christopher Robin, don't you like us anymore? You know, the Woods. And I literally, I turned into Tigger. I'm getting out of here. And I just grabbed my bag and got the fuck off of there away from this freak show that we're all living. And I remember getting off the plane, the first thing I did was go up to like a hand sanitizer thing and just drank it. Just fucking guzzled it in my mouth. Anybody ever drink that shit? I know you do. You'll put anything in your mouth. I can tell. While it goes like that, you're on point. Then I was on, this is the flight, okay? This is crazy. You're not gonna believe this. You won't, I swear. I'm glad you laughed. I'm really happy to hear laughs. I gotta tell you, this is, I'm getting little goose pimples in my butthole. Because I stuck a goose up my ass before I came here and he had pimples. So, a goose with pimples, you know how hard it is for them? They can't pop them. They know they have pimples, but they got their feet on the ground and covered in zits. Teenage geese. I don't know if you're thinking what I'm thinking, but it's hard. I care about them. There's one person that agrees with me that that's a good premise. One person who's fucking on ecstasy right now. You roll, Molly, roll. So this is what happened. My wife and I, who I love, and she's great, and I'll tell you all about that and show slides of her nude in just a minute. What? Cancel my ass. So what happened was, I'm on a plane, and we're gonna go, it's great, we're boarding the plane, we're gonna go to Chicago to meet my niece that I never met. Her sister had a kid, 18 months old, and we're gonna meet the kid. So we start to take off, all of a sudden the plane gets hit by something, we don't know what. It's really fucking weird. And I thought maybe we ran over one of those yellow things that they use as a brake, because they don't know how to stop a plane these days, they have a yellow thing. And my wife's listening on this flight tracker. Anybody ever use that on a plane? It's bizarre. She's listening to the tower. She says, a bus just hit the wing. That's what my wife tells me. What? No, it didn't. And then all of a sudden, the flight attendant comes over to me, a nice guy, takes off his mask, which is, I guess, not protocol. He says, Bob, I have to tell you, I grew up watching you. And I'm like, oh, yeah? And I have to tell you, a bus hit the wing. I said, am I the mayor of the flight? Do I have to tell all these people because grew up with me? And he's like, well, we just had a little problem. And then the captain gets up, well, we had a little problem here. Nothing really to worry about it. Apparently a bus just kind of hit the tip of the wing. We're going to look at it, take a look at it, fix it, and then get underway. No, you're fucking not. The bus hit the fucking wing. If Keanu Reeves is not driving it, I'm not getting on it. This is bullshit. It's a fucking bus. How does a bus... I asked the flight attendant, who's now my best friend and my son, apparently. I said, how did a bus hit the plane? And he said what we've all been hearing. Well, it's hard to get good help right now. Really? A fucking bus driver on a runway? It was insane. So we were lucky. 5-hour layover, but we didn't have a problem. They put us on an identical plane. Now we come back from Chicago. Well, this is going to be great. My wife says, I got us on the Dreamliner. It's a big-ass plane. Beautiful, you're gonna lay back. By the way planes are made right now, if you're in coach, you can make that a layback seat. You just fucking bend that fucker. It doesn't matter. Made of coat hangers and plastic. Seriously, it's Bed Bath & Beyond. The chair's made out of nothing. It's made out of coat hangers and one plastic piece, and the TV is a fucking Viewmaster. So, we get on we're gonna go to the Dreamliner. So I get to the airport, and I get a ping on my phone. Sorry, you've been bumped from the flight. I'm like, fuck, this is fucked. And my wife's not been bumped, so I walk up to the counter and I say, can you help me? I was bumped from the flight, I gotta get home to see my daughter. And she says, I really can't do anything for you. And now I took off the hat and the mask and the glasses. She went, Bob! Oh my God! My kids, we all grew up watching you. And I'm like, okay. She said, I'll get you on the flight. And I thought to myself, this is fucking unjust. This is wrong. This is not fair. And I fucking took it. So, Karen Square. So they put me in the Global Lounge or something. They still don't have me on the flight. And then they get me on the flight. I'm all excited. I get on the plane. We got our Dreamliner seats. We're flying for an hour. My wife's on the fucking thing talking to the guy, and she's not talking to him. Okay, make a left. No, she's not. And she says we're being diverted to Denver. I'm like, what? What the hell? Flight attendant, a different guy. I swear to God, this is my life. I don't know what to say except thank you. This guy comes over, takes off his mask, he goes, Bob, I have to tell you, I grew up watching you. It's literally like it's a recording. It's Westworld. I live in Westworld. And he says, I have to tell you something. We're being diverted to Denver. I said, I know, my wife told me. He says, did she tell you why? And I said, no. He goes, well, apparently, people in the back of the plane are touching other people in their private parts. This happened. And I said, is there a reason you're telling me? Why? And I said, are you telling me they're fingering people? And he said, oh, I love your stand-up, by the way. I said, so it's coach, it's first class coach and the fingering section? And then he says, you should use that. Cut to tonight. And then I find out that there's a guy over here and a guy over here, and apparently they don't know each other, and they've been fingering other passengers. That is fucking disgusting. They stop in Denver. Oh, the captain gets on. Listen, we have a little problem right now. It's not a big deal. We just have to do a little business. We're gonna stop in Denver, take care of a little bit of business, and then we'll be on our way. A little bit of business? Is he buying an 8-ball? Is it Denzel in flight? I mean, what the fuck? And so, as they're getting off, these guys who probably did get off, one guy goes past me, and his fingers like go by my nose. Smells like junior high. They leave, and I I go, well, they're getting arrested, right? The police are coming, and the guy comes over. He's actually, they're not getting arrested. He says, it's like the movie Airplane, the guy that just jumps into frame, the funny guy. And he says, they're not getting arrested. Actually, they're actually, because the people that they did it to, that they fingered, that's right, Bob. Those people aren't pressing charges, otherwise they'd have to stay in Denver, so they're just going to put them up in a hotel at the Hilton. I said, do they feed them? Yes, they do. So if you finger people on a plane, you get a free night at the Marriott? So I should do that. It's a free night. It's a fucking nightmare. So that's, I never do airplane traveling stories, but it's been fucking crazy. But I will say that I got married. And since I was here 4 years ago, we had just started dating. Were you here 4 years ago? Yeah. So was I. I really appreciate you coming back. It's a different world, and we're gonna fix it, because we can. That's what I think. Are y'all on board? We can do anything we want. I mean, here's something that hasn't been done here. Why don't we riot downtown? Bob Saget, it's CNN right now. Bob Saget started a riot in downtown. He brought the club, it'd be good for the club. He brought everybody to the Helium Comedy Club or heliumcomedy.com PBX. He brought them downtown to rape and pillage. Can't do a rape joke, damn it. Sorry, I don't want to offend any rapists that might be here. You've done that joke, but don't you stop it. You fucking go to school again. You start over. You need a do-over, bro. So here's what you won't be able to. He's the same with me. I think she doesn't like your improv. But he's not talking out loud. I think he's good. Yeah, he just likes me. He's just doing a thing. He's cool. Yeah, I love him. No, it's good. House arrest. No, you're fine. He's good. It's all good. Let me get you something. What would you like? Do you want me to knock you out? Do you want a drug? Okay. Want me to hit you with a chair? Okay, he's good. Everything's good. Whatever you need, I can get you. Anybody holding? Anybody got somebody to fuck in this guy? Does anybody literally have a loaded needle of heroin? Because I will fucking stick it in him and shoot him up, and then we riot. What do you say, Portland? Boy, I can read the review now. I'm gonna write it. Fuck it. I'm gonna destroy myself. Anyway, so, yeah, don't talk to him anymore. No, it makes it worse. But do you guys know each other? Oh yeah, I would say don't talk to him anymore. I would say you're good, we're good. Yeah, he's not doing anything. Stop talking to him. I'm sorry. I love security, but sometimes you have to stop security. That's what Portland's all about. Anyway, so here's the deal. I met a woman, love you. I think she just wants, I was making fun of mine, so you started doing it. Yeah, you can't, no more hand signals. That's what they don't want. They think it distracts me. Anyway, so, here, pretend this is your dick. There you go. I don't blame you for leaving, sir. I'd go with you. That's my son. So, I can't have kids. I proposed to my wife, and I did it in Big Sur, California. I got down on one knee, and we were having a really good trip. And I said, honey, I didn't know what to say because we were watching Stranger Things on an iPad, and I stopped it. And I was going to propose. I had the ring. We were wearing robes because that's how I roll. And I'm playing music. Whack, whack, whack. I got a disco ball, all kinds of shit. And I said, honey, why'd you stop Stranger Things? She says. And I went, oh shit, she's pissed. So I said, I have something to tell you. And I got down on one knee, and one ball fell out. I got scared. And then I took out the ring. She said, what are you doing? And she turned all red, and then she smiled. And I was still nervous, so I said, I want to spend whatever days I have left with you. Did not sit well. She said, fix that and repeat that, or I can't tell my mom. I said, okay. You might die first. And that didn't go well. Then I proposed. She said yes. I was really happy, and I got really romantic, and I didn't realize she had to call her parents and her sisters, and she had 2 sisters and 7 friends. I called my daughters and my nephew. They're like, Dad, it's so great, love you. My nephew's like, he's 50. He's like, I'm single, I'm never gonna get laid, bye. And then she called everybody, and I I hate to say this, it sounds misogynistic because I didn't want to be this kind of person, but I never had blue balls before. But she was on the phone for like 3 hours. I wanted to be romantic. And actually, I had blue ball because the left one is noble and knows what's right. It cares about her feelings and respects her for the amazing woman that she is. The right one, he's a dirty little fucker. He got so blue and mad, he was like Papa Smurf's head. He looked like a blue balloon filled with just wet cement that hardened, and as it hardened, it started to hang down to the ground like a balloon, and then it hit the ground, and it was like a yo-yo walking the dog, and it just broke off and rolled out the fucking window. And then a fucking raccoon picked it up and started eating it like an apple. That's a true story. You tell your kids. What was Danny Tanner like? Well, one of his balls is really nice. The other one, he's dastardly. And so she and I were, we eventually, we're just really happy. I just love her a lot. And she wants to bring another party into the bedroom. She doesn't want me to be there when it happens. That's the joke. That would be a joke. But we're not having kids. I got a vasectomy, and it was. Thank you for cheering on. Stop having children in the world, in the herd. Anybody get a vasectomy here? A lot of people. Wow, that's cool. Why did you get a vasectomy? The man that cheered over there. You got awful quiet now, didn't you? Well, I decided to get it, and they had me put frozen peas on it to make it better, and they taste much better afterward. It's like hollandaise, light butter topping on your balls because you had them cut. So I went and I had to get a test to make sure that the vasectomy took. And did you really have a vasectomy, the person that cheered back there?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
And did you get the swimmer's check? Did you have to take a sample?
December 1st.
I don't know. I don't have to know the date. I mean, you want me to put it in my iCal? You want me to celebrate it every year? You want me to text you when December 1st happens? Congrats on your V section. So December 1st, you gave a sample. That's when you gave it, sir? You're on something really powerful. Because no one goes to the date. And you had it checked for swimmers? Oh, you have not? Oh, I get it. Now your date makes sense. I apologize for cutting you off. You don't want to gut a nice man. It happens December 1st. Can you put it on the internet so we could watch it happen? I would tweet it. I'll tweet that. If you're sure your dick getting cut, I'll tweet it. No, you're not. You're giving a sample. So, how fresh is it? How fresh? Fresh in the fish. How's the locks running? There's 9 Jews, just 9, but they had coupons. Good night. Can't do that. So. Right, you'll laugh at the Jews, but it's a real problem. So this whole world is in fucking trouble. But we're fine. Because you guys are here, you're here. You're here on a fucking Friday night. And even Jewish people, because this is Shabbat. This is a very important night to hardly anybody. But so you're gonna get it checked. You have to get it checked. I did it during major lockdown in LA. Hospitals were closed. I didn't have a urologist. I got an app. It's called Dick Doc. And then I didn't. I had a urologist. Little tiny little hands like a raccoon. Wait a minute. So I had him. He says, do it at 7 a.m. in the cup and then bring it in at 8. This whole thing makes me. Doesn't it upset you to think about it, sir? Are you going to go into the office to do it, or are you going to do it at home and then drive in the cup of goo? The Jello shot. I'm sorry, what? What, sir? You do it at home. I asked my wife to help me. She went, no. So I'm up at 7 a.m. He's not. And then left one was patient, right one was ornery. So I get the cup, I don't know, I'm really upset. I drive it in at 8 o'clock. There's a guy with a clipboard in front of the hospital. Guy next to him, the doctor, comes out with his little hands and scrawny little tiny little urology hands. You want a urologist with tiny hands because it makes your wiener feel good. And this thing's powerful. And then, so what happened was, I give it to him and I go, it's not much here. And then they laugh at me. And they go, oh, we don't need much. And I said, I was really proud of this one. I said, it's mostly tears. It crushed. Fucking 8 in the morning. Fucking knows me on the street. Nothing. No one's alive. 2 doctors. They hit the pavement. They haven't laughed in months. Because I'm a 4th responder. I know how to make a 2nd responder happen. So they take the sample, he says, I'll research it, and he says, I'll call you. I'll give you the results and tell you if you're potent or not or whatever. And then 10 minutes later, he calls me in my car, and he says, we got the results, no swimmers, she can't get pregnant. And I said, that's amazing, how did you find out so quickly? And he said, I have an amazing sense of taste. And I thought, I gotta get another doctor. This is not a good guy. He won't stop. He's here tonight. It's good to have you here. I went to a doctor about 6 months ago. He says, Bob, pull down your pants. I want to see your penis. And I said, you're my eye doctor. That's not a good doctor. You know, with what's going on in the world right now, I got to tell you, I'm 65 years old, which is really weird, right? You're applauding because I'm either a dill for I'm going to die soon. And but this is really interesting. I want to tell you a story. So sit down. Thank you. This is a true thing that happened. I was living in Norfolk, Virginia. We had grown up. I don't expect applause. And it was I was with my dad, and my dad worked for a food company, and so we were taking a ferry boat from Norfolk, Virginia to Richmond because they didn't have the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, which is the one they used in Mission Impossible 5, which is the best Scientology movie ever made. Scientology rocks. So, any Scientologists here, thank you and fuck off. But here's, no, I don't mean that. You're allowed to believe what you want to believe in my world and this guy's world. Exactly. So, this is what's fucked up about what the world was like. It's 1961. I was born in 56. Anyway, so I'm on the plane. There was segregation. There was segregation. And you're 5 years old. You don't know about anything. You don't know about hating anybody. You don't know about nothing. You're just a pure person, unless someone teaches you otherwise. And so I had to go to the bathroom. And it said men's whites and men's coloreds. That's what it said. And I could read. But I didn't understand what the meaning of that was, because why would I, right? Because I had a smart, kind father and a great mother, and I was still connected. There's a little thing coming out. So I look at I remember a poignant moment like that. It's one of my earlier thoughts that really stayed with me. It said men's whites, and I thought, men's white, so it's going to be white sinks, white stalls, white ceiling, white floor. That's literally what I thought. You know, ceramic white. I did not think of anything. I thought of Mr. Clean, you know, this could be sparkly. And then it said men's coloreds. And then I thought, okay, I like the 48 box of Crayola crayons because I had that. And it had a little hole. I remember thinking it had a hole in the back. For a 5-year-old, a crayon box, you stick a crayon in a hole and that's sex. You're turn the crayon, take the sheath off, circumcise that thing. And then I was also, it said men's colors. I'm thinking of the thick bond paper that we used to draw on when little kids in kindergarten. Or when you think about your own kids, when you weren't beating them, when they went to preschool. A thick paper, that real strong purple, but it had kind of a muted thing. That's what I was thinking about. So I went into the one that said men's colors. And I came out of there, and my dad was there, and there was a security guard with him, because apparently they keep watch. That's what it was like in 1961, and yeah, we're trying to move the needle into your arm, but I support your habit. So, with my taxes. So So my dad's there, and the security guard is there, and my dad kneels down to me and says, "Which bathroom were you using, son?" And I said, I went in that one. And my dad said to me, to please the security guard, this is how fucked up it was. He says, "We're not supposed to go in there." And I said, "Why not?" And my dad said, "I don't know, son. That's just the way life is right now." That's what my dad said to me. And I said, if that's true, if I keep going in there, will my wiener get bigger? Because the wieners are much bigger than that bastard. I want to be covered so bad, Dad. And my dad laughed because his wiener was tiny. He had to take it to the lab and put it on a microscope. Poor dad, dick joke, motherfucker. But that's how fucked up, things were, and we're all trying to make the world a better place. I think, the best way to do that is laughing. I think it's, and loving people that you don't know. Just picking someone up random on the freeway and just taking them to a cornfield, taking them out in the woods where Fred lives. Fred's buying drugs right now. What the hell's going on over there? Where'd he come from? Is that your buddy? Oh, he works here. No. It's David Cross. What are you doing here? I love David Cross. Do you know each other? Is he getting your digits? Are you like a drug dealer for a whole city? I'm sorry, what, Fred? He's trying to conclude his financial transaction of things. You're doing bitcoins and Doge? You're doing douche coins? Is anybody into that? Douche coins and... Really? I'm gonna play some music because I don't know what else to do. So, wow, this feels great. Holy shit. I just touched my sack with a cord. I'll sack it. I've got to tell you, I grew up watching you. The plane's gonna crash. Watch Manifest? Anybody see that? Gotta watch this show. Seriously, it's I got obsessed with it. I never watched Lost or any of the commercial shows, but NBC ran 3 seasons and then they canceled it like on the biggest cliffhanger in history. The fans went crazy. Netflix bought it and it got over 1 billion views, became the second highest seen streamer in history. Seriously, except with the streaming that Bill Cosby did on all those women. I'm a television father. He's a fucking dirty fucker. He used to get mad at me because I talked blue on stage, and I said, well, but I don't do it in my life. And he's a good guy. He's out. It's so comforting. Just for you guys. Just for you, Fred, your new drug dealer. You got a pretty mouth. I hate when you cut it. Don't tease me, Fred. Here's a song. Oh, let me just turn this up a little. Cool, I'll fix it. This is a song I just wrote, and it's a song, not just now, before I got here. But this is a song I wrote, wrote for my wife when I met her, and I'm going to play it on my next special, and her parents haven't heard it, and her dad is Sicilian, so the odds of me living past the special are very slim. I was single for so long, it was a pretty lonely life. Never made a real commitment till I met my wife. She was different than the others. She didn't lie of where she'd been. And she had her mother's sparkle and her dad's strong and noble chin. Wait a minute, am I attracted to her dad? He's older than me I love his daughter, and her mom is hot too. What would I do if this upset my wife? What if she was in the audience tonight? Maybe she'd understand, 'cause her dad's the kindest man I've ever known. And he's got great hair and beautiful soft hands. So what if he's the man who's the father of my wife? About to be with her for life. Here's the chorus, he's gonna love it. Well, I'm not in love. I'm not in love. I'm not in love with my wife's father. His abs are so damn cut, and he's got a real tight butt. And I would be a nut to let him go. Well, I'm not in love. I'm not in love. I am not in love. Not in love with my wife's father. It's so hot, she looks just like him. You can turn off the red. You can turn off the red light. Here's a song. You're gonna sing this because they've been fucking playing the shit out of it, and I started playing it about a year ago a lot because I couldn't get it out of my head, and they used it in Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson's thing. Not her thing, because she's taken by a funny man, and she's a good woman. Good Bob, do TMZ shit. So anyway, so this is the thing. This is a song y'all know, and it makes you feel good. Long, long time ago. See, that's on TikTok now. People are playing it. They fucking care about it. And I saw Don McLean sing that when I was 19 years old. That was American Pie, and that song is such an important song. It was a 9-minute song, and it was a #1 hit. At the end, they got a DeVita, but I don't think that was #1. But I got better research it if I'm going to talk about it. Facts matter to somebody. But here's everybody sing it. Bye, bye, it's American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing "This will be the day that I die." That was really sweet. You sounded amazing. Because it's Portland. You all can sing. You can. And so, you know, it's really interesting that at the end of that song, he brought like 60 people, Don McLean, into the recording studio to sing the end of that. That wasn't like his voice replicated, you know, multi-track. It was 60 people like you just sang, and with all their soul singing that, because it's a very sad song, you know? And if you don't know the history, I'll tell you real quick. It's about the great Buddy Holly and the great Richie Valens and the great Big Bopper. And okay, Big Bopper, I mean, you know, but and Speak Ill. Now he was cool, and it's really sad. They were in a prop plane. It was 1,000 feet up. It was a lightning storm, and it got hit, and they went to the ground. And they what?
The day the music died.
That's what I was going to say. Yes, it said on the headline of the newspaper within the lyrics of the song. Thank you, Professor Jeopardy host. And that's your job after you get your sperm check after December 1st, most indubitably. And the day the music died is in there because it was on the front page of the paper because 3 people that were so consequential. I mean, Buddy Holly was a genius, and Richie Valens, the bomb. I mean, this is important.
Where's my Richie?
It's okay, this is a one-way show, it's all good. Now that's where security should go, not to a couple of Harpo marks out there. They're good, Harpo porno marks. But anyway, this is the interesting part of the song. I'm going to share this with you now. It's a 9-minute song. Now I researched it, and if you're 1,000 feet up and the thing's going to go to the ground, you know, it don't take 9 minutes. What I'm submitting is, it's a much shorter flight. So what I'm saying is, the song would be a lot shorter if it was true to the facts of the time. So here's what I think the song would be if it was honest to what really happened. Here it is. Bye, bye. song. So I'd like to have some thoughts and prayers for the Hollies and the Bopper family. It's pretty sad. Speaking of sad, here's a song I'd like to do. This is a song I wrote that's not sad. This is a song, well, a friend of mine says I sound like Neil Diamond when I sing, and I won't say who it is, Ben Folds, but this is, I wanted to do a Neil Diamond song in my last special, and I called up his wife, who's his manager, for the song, and she said, no, she sounds like Neil Diamond. It's unbelievable. They have a grandson there. She said, I got my grandson. Grandson got on the phone. I said, can I have, no. They all say no, and they all sound like Neil Diamond. And the baby's got his hair, which is, but this is a song I wrote. It's not a Neil Diamond song. It's a wannabe Neil Diamond song. What did I do? What did I say? I wanted her back, not mess it up again. But she had a thing hanging out of her nose, and I couldn't just leave it there, hanging by a lonely hair. And so I pulled it, and she never forgot the pain. I just yanked it. I think it may have been part of her brain. That things weren't the same, but she went out with me again. A week later, we took her to dinner. All she wanted was some soup. I suggested the spicy gumbo. Right there in the chair she took up. That's right, she moved her pants. Wrapped it in a seat. She had no other chance. I mean, the bathroom was like 50 feet. Thanks to her bad memory, we went out once more. I took her skydiving. She said she'd never been before. Her chute didn't open, and she landed in a lake, but she didn't drown. Thank God her boobs were fake. Canceled like a buoy, like a buoy. She was bouncing up and down. I went out to save her. I dried her off and took her into town. I thought things were good for us, but all of a sudden she got hit by a bus. Now I really miss her, but you know what? Now I'm dating her sister. And her name is Sweet. Her sister never seemed so good. Had the whole time I'm up because he's horny for Danny Tanner and he's fucked up cause I raised him. He wished I'd reared him. That's never gonna happen. Give it up. Calm your friend down. Whatever you both are on, we all fucking want it. It looks fun. Hi Fred, how I miss my sweet Carol. Smiggle wrote that. December 1st, put it in your books. Here's a song I wrote, it's a sing-along, so sing it along. He's out. He's fucking out. Is he okay? You need a thing? You need the things? You need a heart? Boy, you guys timed your edibles fucking wrong. I know my drugs and I know my people. Let us know if you need help though. Do you need anything? Are you alright, seriously? Are you okay? Slow motion. You're gonna be fine. Okay, call 911. No, we don't have to yet. Are you alright, dude? Okay, good. Excellent. This is a song called We Gotta Be Kind to Each Other. That's what this song is. So that's what I believe, and that's what I'm gonna do, and that's what you're gonna sing. That's your chorus. We gotta be kind to each other. Can't watch the news, yet every night I do. I don't know what's real or fake. But I know what love is and hate's a mistake, and I don't want to judge, cause judging's kinda mean. But we gotta be kind to each other, whether you're purple, pink, or green, like Fred's penis. It's green because he lives in the woods and he saw a turtle and the turtle's head went in it and he put his wiener in. No, he didn't. I apologize. He didn't do that per se. We gotta be kind to each other. Sing, we gotta be kind to each other. That's great. We gotta be kind to each other. We gotta be kind to each other. Kids are telling lies and they all need the truth. Everyone's a spy. I'm sure these guys have Russian microphone hidden in their meth-rotted tooth. Women deserve equal pay for the same job as a man. And if she brings a donkey in the room, I'll throw in an extra 10 grand. No. Hey, don't laugh at that. That means you've been surfing the internet and looking at donkey porn. That means you are fucked up. Because if you're getting excited, you are a fucking monster. That's God's creatures. Fred knows what I'm talking about. That's God's creatures. I was in Tijuana once and I accidentally walked into the donkey show, and after 7 hours I got the fuck out of there. We gotta be tired and are hungry and are poor. And stay away from the woman next door, Fred, because I can see all those sores. I know what's up. We gotta be kind to each other. Go. We gotta be kind to each other. We gotta be kind to each other. We gotta be kind to each other. Mama is black and your papa is brown. If you're a middle-aged man in a white wedding gown, if you're working in porn as a part-time fluffer, if you live in the woods and your sister's your mother. Every single motherfucking one of us, especially these guys, because they are fucked up like no other. These poor guys right here, they went to a fucking chemistry lab before they got here. But nobody's looking at you. I don't want to make you paranoid. I'd rather talk to Fred again. Oh, Fred, I don't trust you at all. What the fuck were you talking to that guy about? Fucking scary. You would sell the missile plans. I don't trust you at all. You'd sell the missile plans. You'd sell them to somewhere that's not right. I can't talk bad about any country anymore tonight. You're such a nice audience. I'm so happy to be here. To each other. This was a hard show for me to get it up for, and you guys, you're so nice, and I don't know, you all go through stuff. We all have difficult stuff happen. It's been a hard week for me, and you just brought me joy, and oh, that's so sweet. For being here, everybody, every single person.
Thanks for bringing us joy.
What, dear?
Thanks for bringing us joy tonight.
Oh, so nice. Actually, I did bring joy because at the dishwasher liquid, it's the only thing I use is a lube, which is good because then I use my wiener to clean the plates. So people say, your plates are so sparkling. My dick's on it. I just want to say to you, I can see myself in your plate. Sorry I turned something sweet into something back to my wiener. I apologize. I actually have a problem, I'll tell you real quick. I don't have time because I'm supposed to leave, but I can't because you're the best audience and I feel close to you. So. Sorry I had COVID when I hit the stage. I feel bad about that. What? That's my clothes. Anyway, no, I'm clean, I'm safe. But this is I have a problem, which is I've been snoring. And anybody snore? Right. And anybody do anything to stop it? No. You snore bad? tried the thing on your nose? I tried that. Do you do that? No, I don't either. It don't work. I tried everything. My wife couldn't take it because I snore, so she puts the yellow things in her ears, that corn, right? And then she puts the eye mask on, and then she takes coat hangers and bubble wrap. She looks like a Teletubby. And she puts it on with pillows and mountains of pillows. And then one night, she couldn't take it anymore. She took duct tape and she put it over my nostrils and over my mouth. And I did not snore, but my wiener did. It's weird. Let me explain this word. It sounded like Shemp of the Three Stooges. It was like, that's what it was like. My wiener had a little hole. That's what it's called. I'm a doctor. So I wrote a song about it, and what happened was she wanted to stop it, so she stuck a Q-tip in it, and it sounds gross, but it stopped it. And so instead of doing that, it goes like that. Removing glass. So this is a song, and it's just for you and your buddy who's gone. It's called Q-tip in my wiener. Here it is. Q-tip in my wiener makes her happy. Q-tip in my wiener helps her sleep. When I snore out of my mouth hole, she sleeps crappy. But with a Q-tip in my wiener, don't make a pee. She almost kicked me out the door, but now my wiener doesn't snore. And now she's sleeping silent all night long. Thank God he's gone. No, it don't seem right, but that thing helped me to the night. Oh yeah, Q-tip in my wiener saved my life. Everybody, oh Q-tip, oh Q-tip. They're always good for cleaning out your holes, your holes. They make your ears much cleaner, but this Q-tip stopped my snoring wiener. I wrote this. I wrote it down and thought I would sing it to people. Q-tip in my wiener saved my life, and my parents chose Q-tip in my wiener. Oh, Q-tip. Do this for an hour, fuck you. Oh, Q-tip. I really thought these morons wouldn't go. I thought they were okay, but that nice young lady came over, she was right all the way. 'Cause these two fucked up guys couldn't watch the show. They're gonna go home now and fuck all night, and then they'll be really happy. Oh, Q-tip, oh, Q-tip. They'll probably put one between each other's wieners tonight. That'd be like those little finger traps. Their sex will be ruined if one takes a crap. Cancel. Oh, the Q-tip in their wiener saved their love life. And Fred's marriage. Oh, the Q-tip in their wiener saved their life. Oh, the Q-tip. Fuck the next show. Oh, the Q-tip. I'm just so glad these guys are gone for good. They're shooting up in the parking lot, and I don't really give a fuck if they OD and that's all they got. I mean, you know, we gotta thin the herd. No. My wife, Fred, he brought a napkin to clean up whatever fucking came out. Oh, okay, sorry. I won't forget this fucking show. I thought everything was fine, but whenever I looked over, this guy's going like this. I've seen that, and I didn't want him to get hurt. Yes, I did. They'll let them stay. Maybe they'll die in front of me. I feel bad. I thought Gen Z was the problem. I'm worried about these two. Boy, I hope they drive safe. You had a good bird's eye view of the whole fucking thing, the whole show. This table had a second show going on. If you'd have seen what I'd seen, you would have quit showbiz. So, round of applause for Mike Young right now, please. applause for Norm McDonald, please. Saget, just do the fucking song, get up there. Here's a song I wrote, and I believe in it. It's called Don't Do Negative. That's my attempt at this point in my life. Everybody's too critical. Everybody's too cynical. No matter what you say, someone's complaining every day. Yeah, right. Why should I listen to you? You play Danny Tanner, and you're a Jew. But there's more good people than bad, I believe that's true. And no dick joke out of my mouth has ever hurt you. 'Cause I don't do negative. Everybody's too negative. I know it's harder to be positive, but it's so easy to be negative. People think I'm dirty, but I'm really not. I believe in free speech, that's all I got. People happy. And sometimes that happens when I talk about my weenie. My weenie's positive. My weenie's not negative. Right now he's smiling at all of you. Oh shit, I just got another bad review. Because big jokes always make the critics mad. But if you're making people laugh and Friday finally back in Portland on a Friday night, that ain't so bad. My dick is positive. My dick's not negative. Some use there's wrong could do some harm. Especially if they're shaped like a baby's arm. This is my worst segue, but all my daughters support my cause. And that was years before they came out of my balls. My balls are negative. They're damn positive. I told you before, the left one's nicer than the right. Because the right one gets mad when I roll over and smash him at night. You gotta stand for what you believe. He's standing up right now, you just can't see. So stop being negative, 'cause I don't do negative. I said I don't. Oh yeah, I don't. Oh, thank you for coming out tonight. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Thanks so much for coming out. I'll see you next time. I can't wait. Thank you so much. Wonderful people. It's great to be back in Portland. Thank you.
Have you ever had one of those nights that started off so damn good? No fights, no fuss. It's understood that when you go to the bar,
Man, we ain't leaving till there's girls in the car.
well, this night started off just like that, except Jimmy's in the ground seat, Saget's in the back.
We rolling on 20s to the club, pull up from Saget's in the backseat, rolling up loud.
Kelly opens up the door to park the car. The beds are at the front, don't wanna let us in the bar. Upstairs there, let me show him some affection.
We walked up, rounds up, cold clock, deck jump.
Started screaming for the bitch to respect us. Next thing you know, we're in the VIP section.
When the crew runs deep like this, you wanna brag. Yeah, man,
I wanna